The soldier's hand shook as he raised the fire extinguisher, his eyes narrowing at the rookie who had accidentally dropped a crate of supplies. He sprayed. A hiss of foam filled the air, but the target he thought was just another nervous recruit was wrong. Dead wrong. The foam splattered across her immaculate uniform, dripping down her sleeve, and in that instant, time seemed to freeze. Gasps rippled through the ranks. He had just humiliated someone he didn't even realize outranked him by miles. Someone who commanded the entire base. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The rookie froze, her face blank for a fraction of a second. Then, slowly, she lifted her gaze, eyes locking with his. Calm. Collected. An unspoken storm simmered beneath her exterior. She didn't shout, didn't curse. She simply wiped the foam from her jacket with one gloved hand, as if this tiny act of disrespect was barely worth her time. The rest of the soldiers held their breath. 100 hearts beat in unison with hers. He swallowed hard, fumbling for words. I didn't, he stammered. But the words died in his throat, and a chilling silence took its place. Around them, the air was heavy, dust particles suspended in the sunbeams that sliced through the hangar windows. The smell of metal and oil mingled with the lingering scent of disinfectant from the extinguisher. Every detail seemed magnified, every heartbeat a drum in his chest. The woman, now revealed to be the base's newly appointed Admiral, took a single step toward him. Her presence was magnetic, an invisible current pulling everyone's attention to her. She didn't yell. She didn't demand an apology. Instead, she let the weight of her authority settle in the room like a storm cloud before rain. Every trainee, every veteran, every sergeant, even the soldier who had made the mistake, felt the gravity of the moment. She thought she'd never see him again. She was wrong. Weeks earlier, she had walked these same halls as a mere observer, a new admiral trying to understand her troops without immediately asserting her rank. She had studied them, memorized their strengths, their weaknesses, and their little quirks that made them human. She knew this man, not by name yet, but by the reckless bravado he carried like armor. And now, drenched in foam, that armor had cracked. He looked down at his boots, ashamed. Every instinct screamed at him to run, to hide, to erase the humiliation. But she stopped him. With one measured voice, calm yet commanding, she said, "Mistakes happen. What matters is how you correct them." A murmur went through the crowd. Relief? Shock? Anticipation? Perhaps all three. Soldiers who had expected a scene, a shouting match or worse, now saw something else. Leadership. Compassion wrapped in steel. Over the next few days he worked under her scrutiny, each task a test of skill, patience, and humility. And each day he grew. Not just as a soldier, but as a person. The Admiral's presence was like a silent compass, guiding not with fear, but with unwavering expectation. She allowed failure, but never tolerated disrespect, and the soldiers learned that the line between the two was razor thin. One afternoon, the base was thrown into chaos during a sudden drill gone awry. Smoke filled the corridors, alarms screamed, and soldiers scrambled, unsure which way to move. But she moved with clarity, her commands precise, slicing through the panic like a blade. The soldier who had sprayed her first now followed her lead, coordinating the rookies with a newfound respect that bordered on reverence. He realized, in that blazing, suffocating chaos, what leadership truly meant: presence, decisiveness, and the courage to face even those you fear might despise you. As the last of the trainees completed their tasks, the room fell silent. Every man and woman looked at her, their admiral, the very person who had endured the foam spray with dignity, and in that stillness she smiled. Not triumphantly, not cruelly, but softly, a quiet acknowledgement that everyone had learned something invaluable. The soldier approached her afterward, hands trembling. He expected anger, retribution. Instead, she extended a hand. "You did well today," she said. His jaw slackened, relief washing over him like rain on a sun-baked desert. He realized that respect, once earned through courage and humility, was far more powerful than fear, because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits. And it finds its way back. The hangar windows glinted in the late afternoon sun, the dust swirling gently around the feet of soldiers who had witnessed a lesson that would last far beyond any drill or reprimand. And somewhere in the quiet after the chaos, he knew that he would carry the memory of her calm authority and unshakable integrity for the rest of his life. Mistakes could happen, chaos could strike, but true leadership and human decency always left a mark. If this story moved you, leave a comment sharing the moment that taught you something unforgettable. And don't forget to subscribe to Whispered Words, where stories of courage, kindness, and lessons from the edge of chaos are always waiting. Your next favorite story is just a click away.